And inside the locker room, everyone trying to welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Detroit Pistons here in Little Caesars Arena. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. So here's Dallas's starting group. Thompson and Flagg fill out the wings. Washington out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Irving in at the point. There's always going to be player movement in the offseason. I have to imagine some of those guys are still meshing with their new team, Grant.
Well, it depends on the player, B.A. With young guys, it can take more time to adapt. But for the veterans, they know what their game is about by this point.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, J.B. Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. This many years into the game, and the Kyrie challenge is still puzzling. Coach said he'd actually prefer to see him shoot. At least our feet could be more set outside to contest. People forget how good of a shooter Kyrie can be. He continued and said, and threes are so hard to compete against, we want to try and limit those first. B.A.?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. The three from Washington, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, P.J. Washington, so skilled at knowing when to rise and fire.
MP finds Green. Back to MP. Launches it. Bearing his second of 3 attempts. And what an incredible achievement from MP recently. Grant, he turned in one of the most efficient games you will ever see.
Well, you talk about what it means to dominate. MP was the definition of that with his performance. Now, everything fell for him, and it looked like he was a man amongst boys.
Doris, we've said it before. Kyrie Irving has some of the best handles this game has ever seen. What makes him so good?
B.A., to me, you can tell Kyrie has had a basketball in his hands from his earliest years. There is just a comfort, whether he's in traffic or if there's multiple defenders being sent in his direction. Under duress of heavy pressure, it's like Kyrie Irving sees nothing but the rim in front of him. He's truly incredible.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
And the shot is good. Harris making the play. MP's got 11 points.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Irving with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Washington's shot is good.
Well, you can see that PJ wanted to answer that three with one of his own, and he does just that.
Outside, Green. From deep, MP. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Washington outside. And Dallas hits again from deep.
He's 3 of 4 now, looking real confident out the gate.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Leading by 5. Back to MP. From behind the arc. And Detroit another 3.
Great initiative from MP. You knew he was coming for revenge.
The Mavericks have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Robinson, he's checked in for Green. Marshall outside. Gafford with a screen on Robinson. Marshall can't hit. Detroit leading by 8. The 3 is up. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Harris.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Christie. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
MP outside. Harris passes to MP. No good with the triple. Outside Robinson. The Pistons rebound. Back to Harris. Goes up again. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
He drops yet another dive. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Williams passes to Gafford. Pass to Martin. Marshall left side. Fires from deep. The rebound by Detroit. Their last game, a win against the Magic. Looking to carry it into this one.
They were really able to exploit that defense. I mean, getting almost any shot they wanted. It was that easy.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. Talk about three-point shooting. He piled up 18 points from range that quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Green's checked in for Robinson. MP comes in for Herter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Martin, he's checked in for Dallas. Outside, Williams. Here's Marshall. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
So the Mavericks 5 right now. Daniel Gafford is out there with Caleb Martin. Then it's Flagg, then it's Williams, and it's Marshall in a two-guard.
And what an explosive finisher. Flagg's going to give us plenty of highlights in his career.
Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. This is the fourth and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks' Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had and being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Back to you.
He's seen it all. Allie, appreciate the report. Cunningham on the wing. Back to MP. Clock at 6. Pass to Cunningham. There's the three. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists in the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Fires the 3. Holland with a rebound.
Boy, the defense baits him into taking that shot. Sometimes I say there's a reason you're open.
Back to MP. Detroit moving the ball around. Green finds MP. Detroit needs to get off a shot. There's Cunningham with a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
1:36 left in the half. And here's Flagg outside. Unable to get that one. Detroit leading by 18. Green, the pass to MP. Now here's Cunningham. Back to MP. Cunningham outside. On the wing, MP. Pass to Stewart. On the wing, MP. And there's Cunningham on the assist by MP. And it's 8 points for Cade Cunningham.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Jalen Duren, he's checked in for the Pistons. Harris comes in for Holland. A chance here to compare the front court and backcourt scoring on the night for the Pistons.
And their backcourt guys have lit it up on offense. Coach gave his guards a lot of freedom to go play their way, and it's paying off.
Thompson against MP. Just 4 to shoot. Marshall can't hit. The Pistons have gone 7 for 8 now in the second quarter. Good work there as it goes.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Back to Irving. Can they get it? He buries it from 3. Irving's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
MP, the pass to Cunningham. And stolen by Irving. Thompson finds Washington. An easy 2 on the layup. Washington's got 11.
Yeah, there's a level of physicality to the way P.J. Washington plays. You get him on the interior, and look out, folks.
And here's MP from outside. Oh, with the clock running down, he nails a big shot.
Big shot taker, big shot maker.
Woo! That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be back in a moment.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first-half performance it's been for the Detroit Pistons.
It's not just about taking a shot. It's about taking the right shot. They've made a lot of good decisions out there.
Sometimes you just have a great night. Here in the studio, that's, I guess, every night, huh, Shaq? Let's look now and see how teams stack up across the league. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Harris and Duren together in the middle. Kate Cunningham out there with MP, and it's Green in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. MP finds Green. And here's Cunningham outside. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 8 assists in the game. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Washington outside. Back to Irving. Three-pointer. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Green. From down in the low post, it goes. Green's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
And by drafting Cooper Flagg, the Mavericks regaining some of the long-term upside they lost with the Luka trade, Doris.
And by every metric and evaluation, Cooper is ready to play and contribute right now. And obviously the hope down the line, he can take over the mantle of franchise player. Boy, you're trying to put Luka in the rear view now. Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Thompson's shot is off.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Back to MP. Cunningham outside. To the inside. Here's Duren. And the layup is good off the glass. Duren's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
MP outside. Pass to Cunningham.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Now Harris. He's covered by Bagley. Shot clock at 5. And here is Green. Duren. And the tip in on the offensive boards. Duren's gotten 4 this quarter.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Washington outside. Thompson goes in. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
And here's Detroit. They're on a 15-5 run. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Kyrie Irving is becoming the sage veteran. He said, quote, "I used to think leadership is a lonely thing, and it's not. It's surrounding yourself with great-minded, great-hearted people, asking them to push you at times and picking them up when they're not able to be their best." Back to you guys.
Great perspective. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And so MP will bring it up for Detroit. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Harris's shot is good.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
The Mavericks have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Back to Irving from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Irving's got 6.
Oh, just tremendous range from Kyrie. If he steps across the half-court line, you better have a hand up.
Harris on the wing. Pass to MP. Here's Cunningham. He's guarded by Irving. MP outside. Back to Cunningham. Over Irving. And Cunningham gets it to go. On the assist by MP. He's got 16.
Yeah, in the nick of time. Probably not exactly what they had drawn up, but Cunningham saves them.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their efficiency has been... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love
checked in for Detroit. And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. Bagley's checked in for Gafford. Washington comes in for Middleton. Thompson, he's checked in for Marshall. And Kyrie Irving is subbed in for Williams. On the court right now for Dallas. Kyrie and Clay pair up to make the backcourt. Washington out there with Flag. And it's Bagley in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Washington powers it through.
P.J. Washington caught his rhythm, and folks, he is cooking right now.
And the three-pointer goes. Robinson's got 5 points in the quarter.
and just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Jenkins. Here's Robinson. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Well, there is a special nature to Kyrie Irving's ability to answer back with the three.
Robinson passes to MP. Here's Holland. MP outside. Jacks up a three. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
It's stolen by MP. Beyond the arc. And Detroit another three.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Pistons.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
I'll tell you, he was their engine all game long, setting his teammates up for success.
Back to MP. He shoots it. And again, it's Detroit converting.
You've got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Thompson's shot is off.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
From downtown, can't get it to fall. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Now we send it over to Jennifer Keane-Tutton.
MP with a double-double in tonight's victory. It seemed like whenever your team needed something, you delivered. Your thoughts?
I get sick if I think I'm going to miss a game because I know my guys are counting on me to do whatever it takes. So for me, tonight was the kind of game I live for. Whatever problem we had, I solved it. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they give me a standing O when I get back to the locker room.
Great confidence, MP. Thank you so much. Over to you, BA.
Thanks, Jennifer. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. So long, everyone.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jaren Jackson and the Utah Jazz. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Michael Porter and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, things starting to solidify as that game is going to be number 10 on the year for them. Team getting sharper every time out.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Cade Cunningham out there with MP. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. And for the Grizzlies, we've got Edey. Santi Aldama is out there with Jalen Wells. Then it's Morant, and it's Coward in at the 2. Yeah, just a few games in the book thus far. So, Greg, what are you looking for at this stage of the season?
Well, I like to see which teams get off to a hot start and who's struggling out of the game. What can those teams do to improve?
The 3 from MP. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant passes to Wells, and the dunk by Wells.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Pass to MP. Takes the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
3 points.
MP's got 5.
MP is a cool customer from three. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Here's Edey. Down low. Here's Coward. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Now the Grizzlies are one of 8 remaining teams, Richard, in search of their first NBA championship.
And the closest they've gotten was that grit and grind era, when they made it as far as the Western Conference Finals in 2013. But can they get back to that level?
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Morant. And Cunningham with the block.
Oh, great anticipation by Cunningham, managing to get his hand on that shot.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Morant against Cunningham. And it's Morant missing. Detroit's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. MP passes to Duren. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Back to MP. 6 to shoot. Cunningham finds MP. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Cunningham's shot is off. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Raptors in Toronto. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A 3-time All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Kevin, back over to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And here's Morant. Following the three-pointer by MP. Cunningham against Morant. Cunningham with some nice D.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Morant with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Can they get it? And that one's good. Coward.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
The Pistons leading. A 3 from MP. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one. There's a minute left to play here in the first. Pass to Wells. Here's Coward, covered by MP. And he goes in for the dunk.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Harris dishes to Cunningham. The 3 from MP. And the Pistons another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And the foul call. So the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
On the court for the Pistons, Green is out there with Howard. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's MP, and it's Cunningham in at the point. Green kicks to MP. And again, Detroit with the 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Coward. Back to Morant. To the paint, here's Clark. It's hauled in by Stewart.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wells with it. Now Green defending, and the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Edey's checked in for Clark. And Santi Aldama's subbed in for Jackson. And then for Detroit, Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. And Harris subbed in for Holland. Pistons leading by 15. Here's MP. Good, and Harris gets the assist. MP's got 25 points in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Cunningham against Morant. Puts up a three, and they recover it. And nothing seems to work as that one misses, and he's 0 for 5. Here's Duren, and Duren slams it in.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Pass to Wells. He's looking for Aldama and finds him. Morant, that's for 2. The Grizzlies with another miss.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's trying, and he hasn't made one shot yet. I feel for him.
MP, good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Grizzlies shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Here's Coward, covered by MP. No problems knocking that one down. Wells has got 8 points.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Green finds MP. Back to Green. There's the lob to Duren. Edey with the steal. 27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Edey with a screen on Cunningham. To the middle. Out to Morant. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Pistons.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
MP outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so is Detroit, taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly.
Please direct your attention to Singapore and get ready for the fans at point start 1-3.
These standings, they tell a story. And so can we, guys. Once upon a time, there was a trio of intelligent and handsome broadcasters. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Detroit Pistons. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. If you look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Santi Aldama is out there with Zach Edey. Then there's John Morant. Then it's Jalen Wells. And it's Coward in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Thomas Isolo as we begin the second half. And now Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. John Morant able to fly with the best, but he said, sometimes I get knocked out of the air and hit the floor. After the game, you may feel that, so I just pick and choose, man. Hey, 2 points is 2 points. I get it done. That's all that matters. Guys, back to you.
He can still get up. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And that one's good. Coward's got 9.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time. But we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Wells the bounce pass. Steps back and shoots. Clock at 6. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
When Ja's knocking down that 3 consistently, it takes his game to a different level.
MP, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And that one's good. Morant.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
MP, and he uses the glass on the layup. MP's got 36.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Pass to Coward. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. MP, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
Jenkins, he's checked in for the Pistons. Inside. And the dunk by Edey.
This is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
And so, MV will bring it up for the Pistons. They lead by 17. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. 1:22 left in the third. Pass to Aldama. Morant with a wide-open look. And it's off from three-point range.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Good! Another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Takes a step back. Here's Coward. Softly pumps in the floater. Coward's got 14 points.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
MP, good.
And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
Pass to Coward. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 5 here tonight.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
They grab their own miss. Shots good by Duran.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
Duran against Edey. Here's Morant. And it's Coward missing. MP right side. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's MP making things happen for the Pistons. Take a look here for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Holland. Green, he's checked in for Robinson. And MP, he's subbed in for Jenkins. The three from MP. And again for three. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. MP out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. To the inside, MP makes it off the glass. MP's got 49 points in the game.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
Here's Coward. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Outside, Green. On the wing, MP. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And the foul called on MP. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Lets it go from deep. Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Pass to Coward. Drains it from beyond the arc. Coward's got 15 points in just the second half.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange.
And again for 3.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record books.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. Now Edey. Pass to Coward. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off.
Good, another from 3.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. Good, he hits again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And stolen by MP. Now Detroit moving it up. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
MP, you broke the 60-point barrier. You carried your team to victory. How? After all that, do you have the energy to stand here for an interview?
Oh man. Yeah, my grandpa used to say, I'll rest when I'm dead. Kind of dark now that I think about it, but the point is, life is for the living. And I got a lot of life ahead of me, Jennifer Quintana. I got stamina for days, and I'm going to keep using it to make moments like this.
Well done, MP. What a game.
Thank you.
Woo! Back to you, Kevin.
Great work as always, Jennifer. Thanks. And then
yes, I promise I won't put any kale in it.
Even more adorable.
So mostly strawberries and bananas.
That's a classic.
Text me address, okay?
Pay me if you feel obliged. I take tips. We'll be back on the free plan. Okay, but it has ads.
Moments from now, the setting is Detroit, Michigan, the Motor City. And Tim, on paper, this is a bit of a lopsided matchup, but nothing is a given in this league.
Yeah, B.A., that's for sure. The margin for error very slim in this league, and really all we're talking about on a given night is a different guy heating up to make this game much more competitive.
The starters for Utah. We've got Bailey, Walker Kessler out there with Jackson. Then there's George, and it's Markkanen in at small forward. From deep, MP. And he buries his first look.
And the three ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
Cunningham against George. Markkanen from long range. Duran with a rebound. On the wing, MP. Turned in an outstanding game against Memphis. That falls. Nice speed that time from Cunningham. MP's got 6.
Beautiful timing on that play, and MP finishes it.
Utah moving the ball around. For 3, George. Utah with another miss. Detroit has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duran is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
George passes to Kessler. Inside, here's Bailey, and that one is hammered home.
Strong finish by Bailey. Here's a guy who wants to slam it.
Green finds MP. And the Pistons, another 3.
I just love the ball movement.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Bailey. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Probably not the shot they had in mind. But you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Now here's Cunningham. Back to MP. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Detroit.
Wow, you love that. You come right out, hit 5 straight. It doesn't get any better than that.
The Jazz have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Markkanen for 3. Knocks down the triple.
I love the response from Markkanen. He's a confident three-point shooter.
Here's the Pistons with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. And there's the lob. The lob. Very well done.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
The Pistons lead by 12. From deep, MP. That falls. Nice setup by Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
Shots like this help Markin and get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
And here's MP from outside. And the Pistons, another three!
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Until Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Detroit making a change here. Robinson's checked in for the Jazz. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Brian, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Back to MP. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Jazz. Coming into this, having knots to win against Boston in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
It was a total team effort, and let's give credit to the front office. This is exactly what they had in mind when they put this roster together.
Buries it from three. MP's got 24.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Sensabaugh. Coming off a 16-point game against Boston. Pass to Mikhailuk. The three. Nails it from three.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. And the three ball has been huge in building this lead. We'll be right back after this word. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the score. For the Pistons. Green's checked in for Robinson. MP comes in for Herter. And Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Detroit leading by 18. Cade Cunningham out there with MP. Then it's Javonte Green. Then there's Holland. And it's Stewart in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
MP scanning the floor. This one for three. Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz trail by 16. Here's Sensabaugh. That one goes in. Sensabaugh's got 6 here in the quarter.
They found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
And here's MP from outside. It goes. He's 10 for 13. So much confidence.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Utah moving the ball around. Lets it fly from 18. Collier, no good. The Pistons lead by 17. Here's MP. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. MP's got 32 points in the game.
They continue to feed the hot hand, and this kid is putting in work.
Markkanen misses.
It would have been a sensational alley-oop finish. Tough to nail the timing on that long pass.
MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 5th assist in this one.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And some changes here for Detroit. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Holland. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jackson comes in for Filipowski. Bailey's checked in for Markkanen. And it's George in for Sensabaugh. Jackson outside. Pass to Kessler. Jackson on the wing. Jackson with a screen on Cunningham. For three, Collier. And it's Harris with the rebound. Harris has got 4 rebounds now.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Harris' shot is good.
Yeah, finding a way. That's what Harris does.
The Jazz have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Pass to Bailey. And here's Jackson. They need this. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duran's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harris on the wing. Now here's Green. MP outside. Here's Cunningham. MP outside. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And it's Cunningham missing. Here's Bailey. For 3, Collier. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. MP getting it done for the Pistons. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Detroit Pistons. Fellas, how would you respond if you were on the wrong end of a game like this?
I'm not sure because Shaq and I, we don't really have any first-hand experience with this, Ernest.
Yeah. Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Jazz.
Their opponent is beating them up on the boards, and they're not taking.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I'm
just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. So the Utah 5 right now. Jaren Jackson out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Bailey. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's George in at the point. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds. They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
The Jazz shooting just 38% for this game so far. Back to Jackson. Pass to Markkanen. Launches a 3. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's George. The Pistons clear it. Duran's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first 3.
And he comes up with a bucket.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Pass to Jackson. George against Cunningham. To halt the run. Detroit with a rebound.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Back to MP. Lets the three fly. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got assist number 7 tonight. The Jazz have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Tim, talk about what Tobias Harris has brought to the Detroit Pistons.
Well, Brian, he has just stabilized them on the floor. Coach Bickerstaff said it best. Harris knows what the game needs, and he has the versatility to get it done.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Brian, back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
George passes to Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. The three-pointer off the mark. The Pistons have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Kicks it out to Cunningham. On the wing, MP. Puts up a 3. Connects again from distance.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Green, the pass to MP. Blocked! Here's Bailey. It's Markkanen on the wing. Pass to George. Here's Bailey. There's Jackson with the 3. That shot off. And here's Detroit. They're on a 16-5 run. And that one's good. Cunningham.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Here's Bailey. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
MP right side. Hits the front of the rim and out. Utah's gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Here's George. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Cunningham passes to MP. Got it up. Good! Another from 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. And so it's Detroit, building an insurmountable lead. Come on, they're up 38 points at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We're coming right back. Don't go. He's checked in for Herter. A big group substitution here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jackson comes in for Filipowski. Bailey's checked in for Sensabaugh. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget. Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's MP. And it's Jenkins in at point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now. MP, the pass to Stewart. Left side Robinson. From deep, MP. And again for 3.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though. And Utah calls time here. There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter. Reed's checked in for the Pistons. Jackson on the wing. Kessler down low. He's against Reed. Markkanen outside. From the arc. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
And I want to see Markkanen continue to shoot from deep because he's a quality sniper with impressive range.
Jackson against Stewart. Pass to Jenkins. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting 5.
And, you know, I think I'll go with 2 of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
And Bailey gets it to go.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Pistons.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's too little, too late at this point, but at least they have something to build on going forward.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Stewart. Here's Jenkins. Stewart, a screen on George. 6 to shoot. Stewart against Jackson. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Oh, that's a great block. Jackson protecting the house.
Now George. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
An incredible display of shot making and clutch play, MP. As you reach the half-century mark in a win, you look like you are not going to be denied. Was there any extra motivation for you in this one?
No, not when the game first started. I was just trying to let the game come to me. But the more I let the game come, the better I felt. It was like the game made itself at home in my living room.
What does that mean exactly?
It means I was perfectly at home, perfectly at ease, Jennifer Quintana. I knew where everyone was going to be at every moment in the game, like walking around my home at night with the lights off. Other people might get tripped up, but not me, not with this team. I was in total control.
It showed. Thanks, MP.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Jennifer, thanks a lot. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. So long and good night, everyone.
everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Cunningham is out there with MP. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Traore. Also, Demon out there. Nicholas Claxton out there with Porter. And it's Minot in at the 4 spot. And we have a little extra spice to this game tonight. This is the first game of the NBA Cup for each of these teams.
Well, with only 4 games in the group stage, you have to get off to a good start. This is a big game for both teams in the Cup. And, of course, this game counts in the regular season as well.
And the basket by MP.
And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Traore. Here's Minot. This one for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's MP. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Count it. Good.
Oh, nice jumper from MP there. The D is going to have to do a lot better job if they want to try and contain it.
And Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference.
Cunningham kicks to Thompson. Back to MP. Cunningham passes to MP. Shot clock at 6. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Nets passing it around. Demon. A defense that time from Duran.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
And stolen by MP. From past the arc, and Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by MP.
Well, you try to stay connected to Cunningham, but he finds a way.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Kevin, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks.
A moment to check out Cade Cunningham here, coming off a terrific season. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
A minute 42 left in the first quarter. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duran drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
Nets trail by 8. Pass to Minot. Porter with it. Picked up by Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. To stop the drought. Traore can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to escape. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. You've got Sharp. Williams is out there with Traore. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Minot in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's MP. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Traore. Last game he had 12. And finished off by Porter.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's MP, and there's another one for the Pistons.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Tobias Harris is checked in for Detroit. Sharp with a screen on Cunningham. To the middle. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And there's the bucket from MP.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter. Shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Outside, Porter. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here's MP for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 assists now tonight. Pass to Porter. And the layup is good. Porter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And making it look easy. Even with aggressive coverage, Porter Jr. finds a way to score.
Back to MP. Launches it. And another 3 for Detroit.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Nets trail by 14. Pass to Sharp. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Duran's checked in. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Demon, he's checked in for Williams. The Nets have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Claxton the pass to Porter. Here's Traore. Pass to Claxton. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Porter, no luck.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Here's Traore, covered by Cunningham. Traore gets the bucket.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And so it's MP making things happen for Detroit. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hi, everybody.
You look at Detroit. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Brooklyn Nets.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be.
And that is a wrap.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
On the court for the Pistons, the forwards are Thompson and Harris. Cade Cunningham out there with MP. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. Thompson passes to MP. Launches a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. To the paint, and Claxton throws it down.
He led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Porter against Thompson. And that one's good by Porter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
There's the lob to Duren. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
What timing on the alley-oop from Duren. That speaks to the chemistry and connection he has with his guys.
Nets trail by 18. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him. The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Jenkins, he's checked in for Cade Cunningham. So it's Brooklyn now. Pass to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Demon. Lets the 3 fly. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Sunday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Washington Wizards.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Here's MP and Detroit again with the bucket.
And the benefit to MP being able to make that shot is it often leaves the defense at his mercy.
Pass to Demon. uses the glass to finish the layup. Demons got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Here's MP, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, tonight has been the MP show. And guys, they have to keep it simple. Just keep feeding MP the ball and keep seeing him add to that point total.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's in there.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Torrey is out there with Demon. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Minot in at the power forward. So that's the Nets 5. MP left side. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Off target on the 15-footer. Inside. Demon, that's good.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Releases. And Detroit again with the bucket.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Pass to Minot. Down low, here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pistons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Offensive rebound. Here's Minot. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so, MP will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. From the baseline. And the shot no good, a bit short. Here's Torrey. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standing.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
A dominant game by MP, leading his team to victory. MP, you broke 40 points tonight. Is 40 just a number? What does it mean in today's NBA?
20 points means hot soup. 30 points means a hot meal. When I drop 40, that means a whole buffet. I'm feeding every family on the team, Jennifer Quintana. We all eat when I hit 40, and it feels great.
We're eating good tonight then, MP. Thank you.
Steak and lobster for everybody.
Kevin,